All right, good afternoon. I think we're going to go ahead and get started with the public ceremony. So welcome esteemed faculty, proud family members, and most importantly, our shining stars of tomorrow, our class of 2025. Welcome to this celebration of our very own afternoon at the Oscars Match Day ceremony. Today, we'll roll out the red carpet, not for Hollywood's finest, but for the real stars of the show, our dedicated, resilient students who have worked tirelessly to reach momentous occasion. Today, you are not just nominees. As you've heard, you're all winners, stepping into the next chapter of your career. Much like the road to the Academy Awards, your journey has been filled with countless auditions, rigorous exams, sleepless nights, long hours, intense clinical rotations. You've faced challenges, you've persevered through setbacks, and demonstrated the passion and commitment that define the very best in medicine. None of this would be possible without the incredible supporting cast in your lives. I wanted to take a few minutes to recognize the crew that really made this possible for you today. So with each of these crew members, if you wouldn't mind standing up and then maybe sitting back down for the next set. So if you were part of a student's documentary, meaning that you're a family member of one of our students today, if you'd please stand. Thank you. Please stand if you are part of the production design. So you're one of our phase 1 educators. Please stand if you're part of the costume design. We know that when our students show up with their lace preceptors and their white coat, they really are sort of functioning as actors in costumes. So lace preceptors, stand up. If you're a director, clerkship director, phase director, department chair, or part of the dean's cabinet, please stand up. If you're a supporting actor or actress, so a specialty specific advisor, a career advisor, Dr. Witcher, or an academic advisor, please stand up. If you're part of the technical team, meaning anything to do with research, you're a research PI or you support research in any way, please stand up. I didn't have a great name for this one, but if you're part of the visual effects, meaning that you are a VTCSOM faculty member, please stand up. And we don't want to forget all those behind the scenes people. So if you're a VTC or Curlian staff member, please stand up. And finally, at the Academy Awards, I think they usually have a Lifetime Achievement Award. So if I was to give a Lifetime Achievement Award for career advising, it would be our own Dr. Knight. Please stand up. So students, this crew has cheered you on from the beginning. They've helped to shape you into the outstanding doctors that you're about to become. Let's give them all a round of applause and gratitude. Your residency is the sequel to your journey. It's filled with new lessons, challenges, and triumphs. And while Hollywood may have Oscars, today you receive something even greater, the opportunity to change lives, feel patience, and making lasting impact on the communities that you will serve. Congratulations, class of 2025, on this unforgettable milestone. Today, the spotlight is yours. We welcome you to this Match Day celebration. It's my privilege to invite Dean Lehrman to the podium.
Well, thank you, Dr. Murkison. And first, I'd like to add my gratitude to everyone who has supported you in your journey to reach this day, your family, friends, and loved ones, your mentors, current and past, our faculty across all phases of the curriculum, our teams working for you in the dean's office, and your career advisors who supported you during the residency application interview, and match process. You've already acknowledged them, so I won't ask you to applaud again unless you want to. So I'm going to share a few words now that we're on the public side of this celebration that I've shared with the students previously this morning. But the match day is really about looking to the future, but we should not forget the journey we've traveled together with the class of 2025 since they joined us in July of 2021 and some sooner than that, or farther away than that. They came to Roanoke on the heels of the COVID-19 Delta variant surge. And at the time, there was conclusive evidence that the vaccines offered stronger protection than natural immunity, but there was still a lot of vaccine hesitation in our community. It accounted for continued hospitalizations and deaths, worsening pre-existing health inequities, and extending the challenges faced by our healthcare community. Just so proud of our students in the class of 2025 because many of you ran toward these challenges by volunteering your time to support our community's most vulnerable people, those with limited healthcare access, financial and housing insecurity, distrust of healthcare systems and providers, and you led with your hearts in ways that make you the wonderful physicians that you're going to become in just a few months. Meanwhile, changes faced by the class of 2024 resonated with your class as well, including pass-fail step 1, greater emphasis on step 2, residency programs introducing signaling, virtual interviews, which expanded in the past year, other initiatives that they created to reduce the financial and logistical burden of applying and interviewing and made it harder for you to maybe understand what it'd be like to be in that residency program you were looking at. The class of 2025, you showed a remarkable adaptability, determination, and a commitment to excellence as you navigated all of these uncertainties about how the pandemic and these changes in the match process would affect your training and your future. I can speak for the entire school when I say we are very, very proud of you, each of you. Despite all the obstacles thrown in your path, you showed a depth of character and an unwavering commitment to your medical education. And it's really very exciting to envision all of the positive impacts you will make on the residency programs, health systems, and medical schools whose names will soon appear or just did appear in the envelopes. The class of 2025 will be spending the next 3 to 7 years of their lives training in 19 different medical and surgical specialties. They will be ambassadors for VTC in 20 states across the US, from coast to coast and north to south. I'm very pleased that over 10% of our class will remain in Virginia, primarily at Carilion Clinic VTC. No matter which paths you have walked thus far, your journey will now continue on a red carpet of opportunity. This is a competition that each of you can win as you go forth to help, comfort, and heal the patients who have the good fortune to receive your care. As winners, you will each have a moment with an important historic artifact, Oscar, that we received from a generous friend of the medical school back in 2020. Back then, for match day, we did not have a chance to do it together. The pandemic had just hit, everything was canceled. We had a virtual match experience, which was not even close to what you've experienced today. So we thought right after match day, how are we going to make graduation a special event in light of the fact that we really can't be together? How do we make it special anyway? With the assistance of our gifted and award-winning videographer, Ryan Anderson, who's here today, we produced a video graduation ceremony that provided the class of 2020 and their families a personal, meaningful, and memorable experience. This generous friend of the medical school was so moved by this that he commissioned an exact replica of the Oscar trophy. And on this, it talks about the medical school and the class of 2020, but it says, Best Short Film of a Virtual Commencement. Now, that category doesn't exist yet. I hope it never has to exist again, but I hope you'll agree that doing this in person is a lot more fun. But in keeping with this theme of the red carpet and the Oscars and the celebration, I thought it's time to get this out of the glass case and include it in the event we're having today. And by the way, this is heavier than it looks, so be careful when you pick it up. So students, you will be called up in random order. And as your name is called, please come to the microphone in the center of the stage to tell us where you're going. I will then hand you the Oscar trophy. We can take a photo of tour with it, and then you'll proceed to the table, pick up your pin and attach it to the map. And hopefully you have studied hard where on the map your program is located. There's some of those little teeny states that are really close together, so be ready. So now I'll turn the floor back over to Dr. Murkison, who will call you up in random order.
All right, let's get started. Mia Edelson.
I matched in urology at Lenox Hill Hospital.
Grace Rovenald.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm headed to Nashville, Tennessee for emergency medicine at Vanderbilt.
Michael Klingener.
Hey, I'm Michael. I matched in family medicine at Virginia Tech Carilion.
Arij Inesser.
Hi, my name is Arija Nussler and I match PM&R at Jefferson Einstein Moss Rehab in Philly.
Paula Lewis.
Hi, I'm Paula. I matched OBGYN at Utah.
Eileen Zhu.
Hi, I'm Eileen. I matched ophthalmology at University of Cincinnati.
Matthew Vinson.
Hey, I matched emergency medicine at Carolinas Medical Center in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Evan Sandifer.
Matched orthopedic surgery right here at Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine.
Naveen Jaiswal.
I'm Naveen and I match in psychiatry at BMC Brighton.
Jacob Grondin.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm I matched in anesthesiology at Brown University.
Ryan Morse.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I matched internal medicine at Mayo Clinic, Jacksonville.
Nancy Wu.
Hi, my name is Nancy Wu, and I matched internal medicine combined with preventative medicine at Kaiser San Francisco UCS.
Not sure if the next student is here yet. Yafan Lee. She here? Yay.
Hi, my name is Yvonne. I matched psychiatry at NYU Grossman School of Medicine.
Raymond Oimadio.
Hey, I'm Raymond. I matched into psychiatry at Boston University Medical Center.
Sarah Kramer.
I am Sarah. I matched into pediatrics at the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
Gemma Forrest Nielsen.
Hi, I'm Gemma. I matched emergency medicine at Hennepin in Minnesota.
Sankar Muthakumar.
Hi, my name's Kumar. I matched general surgery at Yale.
Courtney Barth.
Hi, my name is Courtney. I matched into ENT at the University of Utah.
Shaylin Fahey.
Hi, I'm Shaylin, and I matched emergency medicine at Boston Medical Center.
Mustafa Zainab.
Hi, I'm Mustafa. I matched internal medicine at Penn State.
Alexandra Talasco.
Hi, I'm Allie. I matched general surgery at MUSC in South Carolina.
Brian Hansen.
Hi, I'm Brian. I matched into orthopedic surgery at Wake Forest University.
Adam Jacobowitz.
Hi, I'm Adam. I matched into interventional radiology at Montefiore Medical Center.
Alice Holmquist.
Hi, I'm Alice. I matched emergency medicine at Oregon Health Sciences University in Portland, Oregon.
Rhea Hall.
I'm Rhea, and I matched pediatrics at the University of Utah.
Murli Kanathopoli.
Hi, I'm Merle, and I matched internal medicine at Mary Washington.
Ethan Nathiri.
I'm Ethan. I matched in urology at Southern Illinois University.
Alana Hall.
Hi, my name is Alana. I matched into a combined child psych, general psych program up at University of Rochester.
Liliana Ladner.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm going back to the hospital where I was born for neurosurgery at MUSC in Charleston.
Julia DeLuca.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia. I matched to family medicine, and I'll be staying right here at Virginia Tech Carilion.
Farwa Iqbal.
Hi, everyone. My name is Farwa. This is for everyone who believed in me. I matched in vascular surgery at Stanford Healthcare in Palo Alto, California.
Fachi Delakia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sachi. I matched internal medicine back home at Kaiser Santa Clara.
Chloe Lassard.
Hi, my name is Chloe, and I matched OBGYN at Kaiser Permanente, Oakland, California.
And last but not least, Monica Gerber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Monica. I matched pediatrics, the primary care track at Children's National Medical Center in Washington.
Thank you, everyone, for coming here to support and cheer on our students today. This concludes our match day ceremony, but there is a reception in the atrium. We hope you'll join us.